another episode of The Rundown. You're watching the show that brings you all things sports going on at your very own OBU. I'm Ben Klein, and alongside me here is my good friend, Jackson Carter. Today we're serving up a full episode of Ouachita Volleyball, an update on intramurals, and another installment of The Roundtable. But first, a breakdown on your first football opponent, Southern Nazarene. Jackson, what do you got for us?
Well, Ben, as we all know, the first game of the year is tomorrow, and we're all excited to see Coach Knight's Tigers take the field to take on the Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm in Bethany, Oklahoma. The Storm is coming off a devastating season-opening loss at the hands of our neighbors across the street, Henderson State. The Reddies dominated the Storm 82-10 with 855 yards of total offense.
Storm was able to cut Henderson's lead to 14-7 with 8:21 to play in the first. But then it was all Henderson State as they went on to score 55 unanswered points in this lopsided contest.
Let's just hope that the Tigers have the same luck on Saturday. Now let's move to OBU volleyball.
The Ouachita Baptist Lady Tigers are ranked 7 in the GAC preseason poll. Head coach Danny Prescott will be joined on the sidelines this season by former Lady Tiger Allison Frizzell. A three-time captain, Coach Frizzell finished her career second on OBU's all-time digs list.
The Lady Tigers led the GAC last season in blocks, with junior Kelly Ballard ranking in the top 10 in the conference and second on the team. Our crew caught up with her to get her take on the upcoming season.
So far we've had 6 games and we won 5 of them, and we look really good as a team. We look good as a unit. We all get along well, so I think that we have high expectations for the season this year.
The 2013 season begins on September 6th when the Lady Tigers travel to play in the Pitt State Tournament in Pittsburgh, Kansas. The first home game takes place September 10th against Lyon College at 3:30 p.m. Now let's spike it over to the intramural section of the show where Tyler and Mitchell give us an update on flag football.
Hello sports fans, and welcome back to your intramural segment of The Rundown. My name is Mitchell Kelly. Alongside me here is YouTube sensation and my good friend, Mr. Tyler Davis.
I'm really happy to be here, Mitch.
That's good, that's good. We're going to start off with an exciting show for you guys. We're going to be looking at our first 2 teams in flag football. We're going to start with the competitive league as we're going to take an inside look at Fog Blue. Fog Blue is steeped in tradition as they have built an excellence-driven program over the past 5 years. Their team is known for their West Coast razzle-dazzle, fast-paced offense. But Fog lost a lot of players last year, and they have done an excellent job of recruiting in this freshman class. Tyler, what do you see for Fog Blue this year?
Well, Mitch, I have to say I'm really impressed so far. I was skeptical at first to see if Fog can prove themselves this year, but they have definitely started the season with authority. Fog has started 2-0 with an 18-6 victory over Bloodbath and a 19-6 victory over Kappa. 2 major contributors are safety Neil Osman and center Will Haggai. It'll be really interesting to see if Fog Blue can maintain this success as they face off against some of the tougher teams in coming weeks. We caught up with wide receiver Zach Hawkins to hear his thoughts on Fog Blue this season.
Well, I think one thing that we have about our team that's different than other teams is our team captain has these little wristbands that we can put our plays into, so he can easily call audibles and like we know exactly what route we're going to do, and I don't think a lot of teams do that. So that's probably a strength of our offense. As far as defense goes, we typically just run a man-to-man with the safety in the zone, so I think it's pretty standard.
All right, next, guys, we're going to take a look at the Amateur League. The team that we have decided to cover this week is Man Down, which is a very appropriate name. It's the staff team. They lost Dr. Modal, who was one of their big contributors last season. But even despite the loss of Modal, they have had an excellent start to the season, starting 2-0, beating both the Eskimo Bros and Rho Sigma Red. And I got to tell you, Tyler, the main contributing factor to this team's success is their quarterback. Dr. Mark Carosa, the guy hits laser accurate, it's fast, he keeps a very quick tempo of play, and that's something that has proven well so far this season for them. However, it will be interesting to see if they can maintain the success, as they're historically known to be plagued with injuries as they're the older guys out on the field.
Well, that's all we have for intramurals this week. Join us next week as we cover 3-time defending champion Beta Black and the freshman sensation team, Steve. But now it's time to kick it out to Brandon and the Roundtable.
Segment of the Rundown's Roundtable. I've got 2 of our own Rundown hosts, Jackson Carter and Ben Klein, and today we're going to debate some NFL football. All right, guys, let's just get to it right off the bat. What player had the best performance this weekend?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and jump out there before you steal it, Jackson, because I know that's how you are. And I'm going to get Fantasy football's hero this week, Peyton Manning. I mean, how can you not pick him? The guy had 462 yards, 7 TDs in the 49-27 win over the Ravens. I mean, there's no choice.
You know,
Pick, Jackson. What you
he's
got?
good, but there's the one guy, if we're going to go fantasy here, that you always pick first, and that is the Adrian Peterson. He didn't have 100 yards this game, but he had 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 reception, and he had 1 rush that was 78 yards. And let's not forget that was on the first play of the game. You want to talk about making an impact right off the bat? That's AD.
Both good arguments, both the MVP and running up to MVP last year. I'm going to have to go with Peyton Manning, though. That's a good pick. All right, so question number 1 goes to Ben. Number 2, what team that lost in week 1 is going to bounce back and make a deep run in the playoffs?
I'm going to go first.
Ladies first.
Green Bay Packers. They lost to San Francisco this week. But here's the thing. San Francisco is one of the best teams in the NFL. They've got one of the best quarterbacks, one of the best defenses. Green Bay is not in a position to worry here. They proved last year that they were good. They're not going to have any issues the rest of the year. They might have a hiccup here or there, but they're not going to face another San Francisco 49ers. So they're going to be the team to watch out for, even though they've got 1 loss.
And don't forget about Aaron Rodgers, the best quarterback
He's an
in
animal.
the NFL.
Yeah, he's good.
Well, you know, I'm going to go back, kind of what I said. You know, I was talking at Peyton earlier. I'm going to go with the Ravens. You know, basically what happened last week is kind of a fluke. You know, a guy's not going to throw for 7 touchdowns every week. Right. You know, they got behind early, and then just the ball started rolling for Denver, and they really couldn't get anything going. You know, they never really got a chance to get the ball in Ray Rice's hands. And if they can get a running game going, they can open up their passing game, and they'll get everything back on track. The Ravens are going to be my team.
Former Super Bowl champs, I like that pick, but I can't go against Aaron Rodgers. Green Bay Packers, that's who I got to go with. All right, last question here. I need a Super Bowl prediction. I need both teams and the winner.
I'm going to go first again because I just won. Denver Broncos, San Francisco 49ers. I'm calling it right now. The Broncos, I mean, we just saw what Peyton Manning can do this first week. He's going to be there. He's got weapons on the outside like Wes Welker. He's going to be fine. They're going to make a good run in an AFC that I don't think is as strong as they've been normally. And then the 49ers, I've already talked about them. They're great. They've got Colin Kaepernick on offense. They've got a shutdown defense. However, I think the Broncos and Peyton Manning are going to come and win, and you're going to have the Denver Broncos as the Super Bowl champions.
All right, Ben, quick.
Those are cute pick, Jackson's. Cute pick. I'm going to go with, from the AFC, the New England Patriots. I mean, first off, you got Tom Brady. I don't need to say anything more. He's the man. He's going to get them there. They've got a dynamic backfield with Shane Vereen and Stephen Ridley, and they just added Danny Amendola at wide receiver. They're going to be a powerful team, and they're going to get there for the AFC. Now, for the NFC, we're going to go with the Seahawks. They did lose to the Falcons last year in the playoffs, but they had the best defense in the NFL last season. They've got quarterback Russell Wilson. He's got another year under his belt. He's ready to go again, and they're going to get there. It's going to be, wait for it, Patriots. Tom Brady's going to take it to the house.
I like those picks, Ben, but I would have picked the Seahawks over the Patriots, and none of you mentioned the Eagles. I think they're going to win it all. It's a crazy pick, but they got a new coach, and they're going to take it all this year. Overall, though, I think I like Ben's argument better than yours, Jackson. I'm sorry, maybe next week.
It happens.
But both good arguments, though.
Well played.
All right, thanks for joining the show, guys. Obviously, we're really excited about the NFL season, and we will continue to cover football throughout this year. Tweet us at The Rundown OBU for arguments and topics that we should cover in the future. I'm Brandon Smith, and this has been The Round Table.
Well, that's all the time we've got for today. Be sure to tweet at us at TheRundownOBU with all your thoughts and ideas for upcoming shows. For Ben Klein, I'm Jackson Carter. Keep it sporty, Washita.
I've got 2 of our own rundown.
Said the rundown.
Said segment twice there, too.
I said
The rundown host.
Say, here's another segment of the Rundown's Roundtable. Just don't say this is the second segment.
okay. Fast tempo of play, and we'll see if Fog. Dang it! Not Fog Blue.
You had it going too.
I was doing so good. All right.